Why is it so warm? Ugh. Hello, future Damien. Today is, I don't even know what day it is. The 17th of February, 2019. It is a Sunday, which means that I'm staying at home this entire day. And I have work to do because we have things to finish. As usual. But yesterday what happened is that the guys all met at school, even though it was a Saturday, to come together to figure out what the hell we're gonna do for WPD and for TS. It's just three of us hunkering down in school, and it's very depressing because no one else is around except for I guess the DMC students.
I love CPD. It's pretty good.
Show them what we're working on. We haven't been very productive today, but we're working on WPDCA3, which is the magazine on the internet. It's
the magazine on the internet is actually called a website.
oh yeah, website. This is our lo-fi, which is incomplete. I just realized because we didn't put the footer in. This is the medium-fi version.
Still trying to make this better, but it's like it's not, I mean works, but it's not anything good or anything. That's just this thing, which I thought is really cool.
Oh,
But then I don't want to just copy it.
I'm high off my mind right now. I'm playing with green tea.
the green tea.
Yeah, Jasmine green tea. Sponsored.
Waka is in school. Ganesh went to settle the last of pre-production with Amos and his teammates.
Pre-production.
The release forms and stuff.
We haven't started producing it.
Yeah, we haven't started producing yet. I think we need to get on that one.
Who the?
This
Yeah.
is the police.
What?
Whoa!
Open the door.
Yo. We're gonna leave in like an hour.
Yeah. Oh, I thought 10 more minutes.
So Alson and Terrence left first, and that left me, Waka, and Ganesh together, and we start to pre-plan our planning for point and shoot. And that meant creating a Google Docs, and that meant like thinking about what things need to be settled by when and what can we do by this time. After that, we went to eat Moss Burger at Serangoon. Subsequently, all parted ways, and when I came home at like 9 p.m, I instantly slept. It was good. It was good to sleep at 9 p.m. Future Damien. Oh, but like at the same time, people like staying up until like 1 a.m. and doing like CPD, which I really should have done, but I have today to do that, and I hope I do not sidetrack too much. I can talk about something. This is the time where I can actually talk about something. So, there we go. Instagram and social media. I don't know what to do about Instagram, to be honest. In the past, I used to be someone who post a picture and then a really long caption, and either that or there were drawings. Yeah, there were a lot of drawings. Holy crap. And it was kind of me just trying to find a writing voice, I guess, and trying to engage people. I made my Instagram account back in 2015 when it was the end of the creative arts program, and I wanted to have a way to keep connected to everyone else in that group that I had, which didn't really work out very well. I mean, but that was when my Instagram journey started, and I just started posting some random pictures. I was a really cynical piece of shit back then. Then there was the occasional post where I'd post something a lot more personal, either within the contents to reflect about how I felt before, or in the caption where it was something that I was experiencing in the moment. It was kind of like an extension of what my diaries were, because at the time I don't know how to talk about this, Future Damien. You already know the story, but everyone else, a lot of people probably don't. I did not plan on talking about this today, but so when I was 15, my dad died of a heart attack, and the years prior to that, he was not really the best human on this planet. So that led to a bunch of really mixed emotions. It also led to a really angsty Damien. Yes. Basically, at 15, or not even 15, I was like 14 and a half years old. I was kind of a really negative, cooped up in my head person. Besides like the one person that I had who I would turn to. I turned to diaries, I guess, and I turned to writing to stuff. I had diaries before this happened. I would just like write a lot of my ideas because I like to make a lot of things, or I like to want to make a lot of things. And slowly across the year, I started to write down more personal stuff, I guess. Things like guilt and like self-deprecation and a lot of messy handwriting. In fact, these two books have the most scribblings in them ever, especially this one. This was right at the time that it happened. At the time, my father passed away, which was in January, one day before his birthday. It's a bit unrelated, but I had a problem with homework. If I had to estimate in secondary school, especially my upper sec years, I probably managed to skip probably 75% of my homework. Somehow, like knowing that I have to do something, but also consciously off-putting it was kind of a... I was frustrated. I was frustrated with myself. I was frustrated with that whole situation, and that was kind of the first steps that made me scribble write, I guess. And that's really edgy. I don't remember a lot about these books, and I don't remember a lot about the contents inside of them. I don't remember a lot about like what kind of struggles I was writing about at the time. I just know that at that time that was something that that needed a place to come out and needed an outlet, and those books were kind of the vessel which they came into, I guess. That's the easiest way, that's the most simplest way that I can describe it. And I still keep them. Because I'm a big hoarder of all my notebooks. I still have the notebooks since I was in primary school, but also because it's kind of like a reminder that those moments have passed, I guess, and that if I ever go through anything similar in the future, or if I ever feel the same way about any time in the future, in time they will pass. It's just that in that moment, it kind of sucks. But let's move on to something more positive, and let's move on to the current notebook that I have, which is, you might have seen this before. It's this one. It says Write the Future, and it was bought by my brother in Johannesburg, and he bought it for me. It's like, I think this is something that you would like, and he was right, I guess. Over here is my old profile picture drawn in pen, I guess. Every notebook sort of has an introduction page. This notebook is almost finishing. It's on its like last 2 pages, but it was a really long notebook. I started this thing in the middle of 2016, and it still hasn't been finished yet. This is the first notebook that I used that doesn't have the little like lines, and there's that, and there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a significantly less amount of scribbles in there, but also I found myself writing a lot less. Maybe it's because I'm growing a bit out of it. Maybe it's because I've had less time to write in there, and maybe it's because the lack of writing lines kind of daunt me from writing inside. But yeah, I won't lie, I've been waiting to finish that notebook for a long time, because there's another notebook that I really want to start using, but like, I needed to finish that one. It's like, you know, kind of like breaking some sort of law of diary writing to not finish one notebook and just move on to the next. There's this book, which was given to me on my 16th birthday by Dolphy. I mean, the cover is black, but on the side it's rainbow colored, kind of. I mean, it's just colors in general, and it's got lines. So I've been waiting to use this notebook for a long time, ever since I got it, and I just need to finish one or two entries there. I just need to fill up those last 2 pages, and I can start on this one. And by starting, I mean like writing a whole fancy introduction so it looks nice. This will eventually be a new chapter, sometime down the line. Anywhere from 2 hours to 2 years from now, I'll finish that diary and move on to this. And it will be a new chapter, but in reality it's actually just one whole long chapter, and like in different parts. The end of that notebook would kind of be like a shitty cliffhanger, to be honest, because there's not much to cliffhang. Yet there's a continuation somehow, for some reason. Life does not follow a story structure. By any means. I don't have anything to say after that. Hi, I'm back. I forgot to take the thumbnail. Yeah, I can't hold all of them together. Now time to put everything back where it belongs.